Hi everyone, Average Pat here today to chat about the movie Bad Times at the El Royale. The movie opened this past Friday, October 12th. Didn't do as very good in the theaters as I expected it would, but it was also going up against Venom, which wound up dominating the box office again. In this movie, it's written and directed by Drew Goddard, who last time he collaborated with Chris Hemsworth was with The Cabin in the Woods. He's also been a director in the Daredevil Netflix series, so he's got a little bit of experience with handling big names, big stars, big type movies and stories. The cast is phenomenal. You have Chris Hemsworth, Jeff Bridges, John Hamm, Dakota Johnson, and Cynthia Erivo, who puts on an amazing performance as well. My personal star, the star of the movie, was Lewis Pullman, who plays Miles. He stole the movie in my opinion. Great character, great depth. The overall story, I have to admit, I went in blindly. I did not know anything about the movie except for who was in it. And that was intentional. I didn't want to corrupt it with too much anything one way or the other. I found the story to be incredibly well done. Great lighting, great cinematography. The overall story arc itself is very Tarantino-esque. Also kind of along the lines of Four Rooms. And I don't know if anybody ever saw the old 90s flick, Go. Multiple interconnected stories and different perspectives of the same exact event. These stories weren't as connected as something along those lines, but they all had their own versions of what happened, and they show how everything plays out. Again, incredible cinematography, great mix in with flashbacks. The very beginning of the movie just astounds you as it happens. The whole time you're trying to figure out exactly who is what's happening, who's going to be involved in what. Is everybody who they say they are? It's a good whodunit and really keeps you guessing the whole entire time. The one major drawback I would say there is to the movie is it's 2 hours and 20 minutes long. That's a really long time for a suspenseful whodunit type movie. It was a very good movie. I really enjoyed it. Again, the characters were very well done. I was pleasantly surprised with the diversity of the roles that these people filled. They weren't necessarily in the typical role. Hemsworth wasn't in his typical Thor type self. John Hamm was a very unassuming person, but he had a little bit more gumph than you expected him to. Dakota Johnson, her role, I can't really flesh out without giving any kind of a spoiler, so I'm not going to, but I'll just say she was very powerful in her role as well. Overall, I would say go see it. If you like whodunit, if you like good movies along the lines of The Usual Suspects where you don't quite understand exactly what's happening until the very end, this is for you. Overall, I would give it, I'll say a 4 out of 5 thermostats. I think the only major downfall was the fact of the length. There wasn't a real need to have it be that long. It seemed to they kind of drawn a couple scenes out too much, and they didn't really have to. That's the only knock I would really give it. The characters were great, the depth was great, the story overall was great, and like I said, I went in blindly and was very pleasantly surprised. So if you like a good whodunit, you like a good suspenseful movie, and you like seeing characters played by people you're used to doing a certain type of role and breaking that typecast, this is definitely one that I would recommend. Again, I give it a 4 out of 5 thermostats. It's heating up. It's great. It's I think one of the contenders for the best movie of the year that wasn't a Marvel movie. And unfortunately, I don't think it's got enough oomph behind it for most of the modern everybody to recognize it. You're going up against a lot of big movies this time of year. Venom is still dominating the box office, and unfortunately that's going to overshadow a good movie like this. But again, if you like a good whodunit, this is the perfect one for you. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my review. Please don't forget to like me on YouTube and like my page on Facebook, so that way I know I'm getting through to a bunch of people and you guys are enjoying what I'm doing so far. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.